Hello again, Loki back with another video for KSP, but this one's going to be a little bit different than the normal Monday KSP videos. We're going to be checking into the latest update, soon to be latest update of KSP, the 1.2 update. It adds a few things. I just started it up a second ago and threw some satellites into space. You'll understand why I threw satellites into space in a few moments. I'm just looking through the menus now, trying to find out about the satellites are for the relay system. I'm just trying to figure out ease and gravity. Ooh, that's nice. I thought there was supposed to be something connected to it, so let's just go back and cancel. Connected to the relay system, but I just jumped in, made a default, and threw them up. So we'll check into those updates, and then there's going to be a few things I'm going to talk about. That's actually pretty interesting. I noticed this in other person's 1.2 video. You can't zoom out that far. Frick. That monolith in the background. You can actually see it now. But they added relays. So if you ever used remote tech or any of that, you would have to experience this kind of stuff, where you need to transmit data and all that. The moon was a bad choice. I should have went to Minimus. Let's actually do that real quick, see if that affects it. Fly. So with relays, you have... I should have actually showed the antennas, but they actually added new antennas as well. But, so... Oh, and another thing. I'm kind of throwing everything at you at once, but they added this. So now you can go ahead and alter your orbits, just like in... what is it? And I still got a connection. Shit. Just like in, with... Damn it. I can't think right now. HyperEdit. So it's a base option in the cheat menu. The cheat menu has been redone, which is very nice. Debugging information, console. Okay. Database information. I don't really know what any of this information is. I guess it's information of what it's accessing in the database. Pod cockpit. Okay. Interesting. Cheats are, we now have set orbit, difficulty. We can actually alter all those stuff in-game. And as usual, the object thrower. Well, not as usual, the, what they used to call it. I can't remember it. Then we can alter physics, arrow, drag, thermal, on tracks. Not available at this time? Oh, okay. Oh, it's because I'm on a... I don't have the option for it because I'm not actually in that. We can actually create our own Kerbals now, so I can make my own Kerbal of Loki, make him a scientist or a pilot and all that, male or female, experience level, courage, stupidity, veteran, and a badass. And then resources. That's like drill heat and all that. But I should have actually put a smaller antenna on this. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's back to the Space Center. It'll give me a chance to show off the new antennas. So, another cool thing they did here, we have fuel tanks still all in here, and they blacken these out more, so if you can't place it, it's actually full-on black pretty much now. No new engines, but there has been a bit of alteration to some of the engines, like, I can't set my finger on it at the moment, but I just know there's been changes on it. I've heard a few other people talk about it, and the change logs do that. There was something about SAS being reworked as well, which isn't terrible. Wait, I completely forgot this thing existed. I really gotta use that more often. But instead of having the coupling parts in here, they actually moved them into their own little section now. So all of them are here. You don't have to go rooting through structural anymore. And then also payload. Payload had its own little one now too, which it will be nice to see some of the mod makers actually taking more fun. Well, not more fun. Looking more into actually sorting their category as well, because some mod makers make their own category and some just throw it into whatever they feel like. which can get quite annoying at times, trying to hunt down one or two parts. Aerodynamics is the same. Oh no, it's just a weird graphic on it. Ground. Another thing they improved is landing parts, or not landing parts, just the way they control. And they actually got their own thing now. Good thing. Thermal has its own thing now, heat shields and control systems. Electrical has its own thing now, just all clunked into one area. And communication. So let's actually grab the largest one. Then we'll go through the new ones. So we originally had the Communitron, which I believe is the biggest one we have available. 100. It's the... Yeah, it seems to be the biggest one we have available to us, and it folds, which is nice. But then we have this Communitron. It's pretty much Communitron 16, but it's just placed on its side. It does, I believe, the exact same. Yeah, it's just a small local antenna. Like, say you had a connection to Duna from Kerbin to something in the orbit of Duna. You'd then have the distance for a Communitron 16S or a normal Communitron 16 to access that network. And then we have the normal one, but then we have... Oh no, this one has been in for a while too. So that is another antenna we can use. And then they added this high gain one, which is another good one. It's 100 millimeter. Actually, it's like the step up from the Communitron, comparable to this one, which has 2 GM. This one actually has an animation too. It can pop out and do its stuff. Then we have, which one is the earlier one? This one is the first one. So it's just normal antenna. It has 2 GM, and I guess they actually added into the research tree. What is the word I'm looking for? When you upgrade certain technologies, that technology carries over to certain parts, causing them to be more useful. So this is a level 2 DSN at 27K, but its level 1 is only 5K, 5 GM, so on and so forth. So we have this one, and then we got this relay antenna, which is bigger, but they each carry their own weight and all that. And then, by far the biggest one, this one is 100G. I didn't really set up anything to test the range of all these, but I will be doing that in the future videos. So, we have all that and all that. We're actually going to go ahead and just pop all these away. Put that, and I was just kind of iffy about doing this because the fact they take so much energy now. Minute, second, 2.8 a second. Yeah, I'm not used to having so few solar panels as well. That will give us 3 per second. So we will go ahead and grab communication, and we'll grab the one that uses... Wait, no, I wanted a small one. Let's go... Fuck it, we'll go to Duna. Let's just grab this one first. 68, so that's fine. Oh, and while I was looking around, I actually remembered this part. This is a simple little part that allows you to store science in. So what you can do is you get to Duna, do all your research, and say you don't have enough Delta V to get back home. You could set up a little return carrier for this little experimental storage unit, put all of your science experiments on it with a parachute and all that, use a smaller little craft to drive this back to Kerbin, and it will land, they'll pick it up and get all their research, and then they can decide if they want to rescue Bill or Bob or whoever's stuck on Duna. There's no other parts in here. I don't know why the survey scanner can't be used as an antenna either. And then, oh yeah, utility kind of shrunk. Everything's out of utility now. Electrical, thermal, ground, Grounded? Yeah, grounded is utility. So a lot of stuff got pulled out of it. Let's go ahead and launch this. Ah, shoot. We don't need these little experiment containers. So we'll try Duna. If Duna's too close connected, then we'll try, we'll try a further out celestial body. So where is it? Cheat set orbit. We'll go for Duna. Oof. Yeah, we have no connection actually right now, so yeah, there's a couple things that happen when you have no connection. I can't do anything other than full throttle or no throttle. Full or no, full or no, full or no. There's no change and if or buts about it. What else? I have like no control with my WAS keys, but I can send a weak signal to tell it to go to certain angles. So say you had a craft that was stuck in a degrading orbit, you'd still have the option to flip over to prograde, retrograde, normal, anti-normal, or radial and radial, or radial out and in, and target too. It's just without a connection you can't do anything, and that's because I'm behind Duna, comparable to Kerbin. Yeah. So from my angle here, I'm behind Kerbin, or behind Duna, but I got a connection now. It is kind of cutting into the planet, but with that, I gain full WAS control, or WASD control. I can be very fine-tuned with my throttle, instead of just having full blast or no blast. So this allows me to get a singular connection, if I'm correct. Might be multiple connections, actually. Let's jump back to Kerbin. Oh no, I have multiple connections. Let's see what happens, because this thing has 5 whatever the hell's. We have 89% signal strength. Ooh. Let's actually go ahead and go to the sun then. Sun. Let's do 200. Oh, 2. Oh. Gotta go even further. So now I'm well out of the range of this. Within the range, so let's go up to 6 million. Now I'm at 52 signal strength. So we'll go up to 74. Even less. Let's go to 999999999. So we have just barely enough signal, meaning I think that's mainly connected to transmission rates. So we'll transmit a lot slower than if it was closer. So that means we have probably only one connection right now. Let's double check that. I think it might be really strong. Yeah, we have connections to everything right now. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, the planet actually has, in remote tech you have one single connection to Kerbin, making it so, what I did here before the video started is I put these guys in a ring formation around the planet to make sure that they had a connection available. But with this, you actually don't need these many connections, since all of these lines are ending at actual connection points. Whoa. So there's an antenna there. There was a guy, or I forget who did it, but there's another YouTuber that did a video, flew to one of those connection points and checked it out. So it worked out well. So that's pretty much the relay network. So I went over that, and you got a really far range with the strongest antenna. You can get past, well, 2 ELU pretty much. Let's go back to the Space Center. And now, what was the other thing that I think it was the M70. So, we're just going to throw on general antenna. And then, with the... I think this is it? Well, we'll throw this one on and the narrowband scanner, because I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing with these. I can't remember which one's which. Launch. Another mod that was kind of integrated into the 1.2 update was CurbNet, I think it's called. Actually pop out some solar panels just to be safe. Then, yeah, CurbNet. This thing's pointless, I guess. I've forgot which part. Oh, no. Toggle overlay, color. Okay, it's just general stuff. Track scanner. This is the one that I was thinking of. There's no orbital survey. Oh. Activate scanner. So what we need to do is try and get into a polar orbit, which I've not had much luck with. What is that? Oh, there we go. Now we can activate this scanner. Problem with that is the curve access thing is going to be a little bit weird. So that will start scanning. And we do have an antenna, so it doesn't matter. Good signal strength. Direct connection. Full probe control. I like those little icons they got. It's interesting. So, now... Okay. Ah, there we go. I'm stupid. So, what we have here... Can I make this bigger at all? Second... Every 3.5. I guess I only have that one display mode right now. But... we can technically pull out and look at the whole damn planet if we wanted to. But you can actually lessen it down, get real close, and figure out where you want to land. All the way to friggin' 0.5. It's just going to take a second to update. But the best choice, get a nice view of the planet, and this will give you a view of what you're flying over, which we're flying over this peninsula right now. Well, kind of this peninsula. It's the desert area. But with that, what we can do is place... can we actually move this around? I thought I remember... Yeah, it won't let me change it. But we can actually go ahead and say we want to make a base there. Or is 18 or 8.4. Drop a waypoint. And now... waypoint managers kind of thing is inserted into this now. It's right under the craft, so there would be the best place for it. I assume when we add in the community resource manager and Rover Dude's new changes, and Rover Dude's mod in general, we'll have access to different resources. But the problem is, Colony series is coming to an end. With the new mod changes, I'm probably going to lose a lot of the bases that I've currently set up with Rover Dude's mods. So, it'll be coming to an end. I might do another episode or two, finally get to Duna, start a base. I'm not 100% sure, but most likely it won't be getting past 80 parts. The career Let's Play that I started doing in live stream that I did 1 or 2 episodes so far of just normal play will also be coming to an end, but I'll be restarting with a new series with all these 1.2 updates. I can't keep pushing back the line of destruction since the recent updates to MKS or USI Industries. It destroyed the ability to do logic-based ideas, and that kind of screwed up an episode or two. But we're gonna have to start over from fresh, and I think it will be a little bit interesting. I'd love to hear your comments on that in the comments section. But I'm gonna go ahead and end that video here. Oh, actually, there's a few other changes. They altered wheels, so wheels are a little bit different now. They're better. They don't flip vehicles anymore. I think I covered everything actually, but I thank you for watching. My name's Loki. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike and a comment for either option. I'd love to hear back from you guys. But I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good night.